Psychological patterns of avoidant attachment in romantic behavior ***. Avoidant individuals often develop behavioral patterns and psychological defense mechanisms that give them a sense of control while protecting their emotional vulnerability. If you've ever felt confused by someone who appears warm one moment and distant the next, this explanation provides clarity. These behaviors are not random. They are subconscious strategies avoidant individuals use when they are deeply attached but fear emotional exposure. ***. 1. Pretending not to care while secretly monitoring you. ***. When an avoidant person is secretly obsessed with someone, they often pretend not to care while closely observing that person's every move. This contradictory behavior allows them to stay emotionally connected without appearing vulnerable. ***. They may act aloof, delay responses, or avoid liking your posts. Yet they quietly watch your stories, read your messages, and analyze your tone or online activity. This pattern stems from their core fear of emotional exposure. ***. By acting disinterested, they maintain a sense of control. Showing genuine interest would feel like surrendering power and risking rejection. Their silence isn't absence, it's strategy. They seek connection but through observation, not openness. ***. 2. Withdrawing after moments of closeness. ***. Avoidant individuals often retreat right when emotional intimacy begins to build. This sudden withdrawal is not due to a loss of interest. It's a reaction to feeling too close. ***. For them, intimacy triggers internal panic because it threatens their independence and emotional safety. When connection deepens, they may cancel plans, act indifferent, or start unnecessary arguments. These behaviors are protective reflexes that help them re-establish emotional distance. ***. This cycle, closeness, panic, distance, regret, and longing, repeats frequently. Their withdrawal is not rejection but fear disguised as detachment. Essentially, they're saying, "I love you, but I don't know how to stay close without losing myself." 3. Sending mixed signals, hot and cold behavior. One of the most confusing traits of avoidant attachment is sending mixed signals. They may show deep affection one day, then act emotionally distant the next. ***. This hot and cold pattern is a subconscious way of maintaining emotional control. When they feel safe, they engage. When emotions intensify, they pull back to reduce anxiety. ***. This behavior creates emotional uncertainty in the other person, leading to what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, a dynamic that strengthens emotional attachment through unpredictability. The avoidant person thus keeps the other emotionally invested while protecting their own vulnerability. ***. 4. Creating conflict after intimacy. Avoidant individuals often start conflicts shortly after emotionally intimate moments. This reaction is not random but an unconscious defense mechanism. ***. To them, closeness feels dangerous, triggering fears of loss, dependency, or rejection. By creating conflict, they regain emotional distance and a sense of safety. ***. This behavior is self-sabotaging. It prevents the deep connection they truly desire. The argument is rarely about the actual issue. It's a way to manage the discomfort of feeling emotionally exposed. ***. 5. Mirroring your interests and values. ***. When emotionally invested, avoidant individuals often mirror the other person's desires, values, or interests. This creates a sense of deep compatibility while allowing them to hide their true selves. ***. They might adopt your preferences, beliefs, or emotional style, not out of manipulation, but from fear of rejection. Mirroring becomes a psychological camouflage that helps them appear emotionally aligned without real vulnerability. ***. Over time, this creates an emotional imbalance. You may sense authenticity is missing because they are connecting through imitation, not genuine self-expression. This happens because they fear their true self might not be accepted. ***. 6. Disappearing to test emotional security. ***. Perhaps the most painful behavior avoidant individuals Exhibit is sudden disappearance, a withdrawal that tests whether the other person will pursue them. Asterisk. This silence is rarely about disinterest. It's a test for reassurance. They want to know, do I matter enough for you to chase me? But cannot ask directly due to fear of rejection. Asterisk. Their disappearance provides temporary validation when the other person reaches out. Yet it reinforces emotional imbalance. One person chases, the other controls. Over time, this dynamic erodes trust and creates anxiety for both sides. Asterisk. Avoidant silence is not the absence of feeling. It's a quiet, indirect plea for emotional proof. Unfortunately, real love cannot thrive in this cycle of emotional hide and seek. Conclusion. Avoidant behaviors are rooted in fear of vulnerability and emotional exposure, not a lack of affection. These psychological strategies, withdrawal, mixed signals, conflict creation, mirroring, and disappearance, serve as emotional defense mechanisms designed to preserve control and self-protection. Asterisk. However, these same defenses prevent genuine intimacy. Understanding these patterns helps differentiate between emotional fear and emotional rejection, offering insight into how avoidant attachment impacts relationships.